Someone in chat asked me, why don't you try to make a Shadow Step build that relies on Poison Imbuement and Poison Trap to deal damage similarly to how you deal damage with Dance of Knives? And it kind of got me thinking, why don't I do that? So during a podcast with Woody and Condens and Matthias, I decided to, well, let's try this. Let's just, play around with it and see how it works. And to my surprise, it actually works pretty well. I cleared a pit 85 on live with it, with a character that is not optimized at all for this sort of playstyle. But considering that this archetype is getting like a 20 times damage buff when the season launches, this is actually going to be pretty viable, and it might actually be the best way to play Shadow Step. The idea behind this is that you reset Poison Imbuement with every Shadow Step, thanks to Bands of Icarus Rose and countering Poison Trap, which means every time I Shadow Step, I'm resetting my Poison Imbuement. So I can just spam Poison Imbuement and I will always have it available. This is not dependent on targeting or anything, it's just how this works. Apart from that, you're basically just juicing the heck out of Poison Trap like you would with a Dance of Nice version. We're trying to stack Lucky Hit everywhere and get all of these kind of multipliers going to do as much damage as possible with contamination again. I'm actually surprised that this is working as well as it is. There is definitely room for improvement for this build archetype in particular, and I haven't exactly like fixed my Paragon board or anything for this. I honestly don't even know what sort of Paragon I'm running right now, but this is kind of good. I'm expecting this to clear maybe 103 ish, pit 103, maybe a little bit higher, and that is a kind of a safe estimate. So if you want to play something completely different, I do have a planner for this. I will link it in the description below, but it's basically just a standard planner for something like a poison trap focus build. Um, People that have followed and looked at the Dance of Nice guide that I released the other day will find a lot of similarities with this. They will find that I also have some changes, like I have Inner Calm Amulet because I can Shadow Step and not break it. And I think this might be actually pretty fun. So if you want to try something different and you want to try just have a good vibe, Shadow Step around, not kind of care too much, I would actually suggest trying this. It will be pretty gear dependent because you will need specific Chaos Uniques or Mythic armor to go with this variant, so might be something you try down the road. But I'm gonna put it in the description below, and if you do enjoy this, and if you find success with it, then by all means, do show how, like, oh, don't do tell me how it goes. Um, I will go into a pit just to show you guys the gameplay footage of it. But this will be a completely unedited video because, I mean, this is just a kind of for fun video. So let's go into this and just open any pit. I'm doing an 80 because it's gonna be a little bit less effort for my poor tire burn than I would want to do in 85 or whatever. So let's look at how this looks in pit. So I'm basically just pressing Poison Imbuement to make sure I have it. And stuff gets automatically pulled in from Cryrune. And I just kind of vibe. There's no ultimate, there's no crazy reset shenanigans, there's just standard Shadow Step mechanics, but it's very simplistic to play. And because we're playing Exposure, you have permanent Caltrops, you don't have to worry about duration. You just kind of, Shadow Step and vibe. Um, the highest I've done here right now is 85 because I haven't got the gear for it and I haven't really, fished or anything. I could probably do like a 90 with this setup if I tried a little bit now. And that would mean I can clear about a 104, 115 or something like that. Sorry, 104 and 105. And honestly, for Shadow Step, that's looking pretty good. I think normal Shadow Step is probably going to clear maybe like 100, maybe if we're lucky. Shadow Step is not looking too hot this season, otherwise. Um, so if you want to try, and have some fun with Shadow Step and try a new variation of this, um, then do give this version a try. I think it actually could be pretty fun. For now, I'm just gonna dip. I just wanted to show this while it was hot. You know, it comes straight out of the oven. And I will catch you guys in season 10. Ciao, ciao.